When it comes to having a good aim and movement, sensitivity is everything. Too high and your aim feels shaky, too low and you feel stuck. But here's the thing, there's no one size fits all number. Everyone's perfect sense is different and the key is finding the one that feels natural for you. In this video, I'm going to walk you through how to fix and find your ideal sensitivity so you won't need to copy other people's sensitivity. For my basic settings, I set my sensitivity switching to switch on ADS and sensitivity mode to fix speed because in my opinion it helps you build muscle memory much faster. If you want to learn more on what sensitivity mode is fit for your playstyle, you can watch this video on my channel. They added a new sensitivity setting, the global sensitivity sync. Normally when you set your sensitivity, you can change the values of every scope one at a time. But if you turn this on, it will merge your sensitivity, which means all of the values are the same. I prefer to have this off because I want to perfectly find the right sensitivity for each category. Let's start with the camera sensitivity. The no ADS steering is basically your swiping sensitivity. This sensitivity dictates your movement and reflexes and how fast you can move during a fight. There are actually a few ways on how you can find the right value to complement your playstyle. The method that I use is a 180 degrees backslide. What you need to do is sprint, slide, then face backwards. If you're still in a straight line, then that's your perfect sense. It's best to adjust in small steps. Try adding or subtracting 5 until you find the sweet spot. If you can do this, then you can now perform movements like backslide, slide cancel, or snake movement without a problem. For the iron sight, that's the sensitivity of your weapon with 1x scope or without any scopes. To find your perfect sense, aim and switch from one target to another. If you're a non-gyro user, it would be best to set your sense around values where you only need minimal swiping distance. Another method is to follow and trace the lines on the walls. Keep adjusting your sensitivity until you find the ideal value. They have recently added tactical stance into the game. For now, it's only available to the UMP when you equip the tactical laser bass attachment. You just need to repeat the same process with the rest of the scopes until you find the value that's right for you. Let's move on to the firing sensitivity. The no ADS steering is basically your hip fire sensitivity. Position yourself between two targets at a 45-degree angle. Try shooting from one target to another using hip fire. Keep on adjusting your sense until you can smoothly transfer your aim with minimal control. You can also shoot and trace the lines on these walls to practice aim tracking. Repeat the same process on the other scopes, but this time, position yourself a bit farther from your targets. Up next, we have the gyroscope sensitivity. You can set your gyro to always on or only when you ADS. If you are still starting to learn gyro, start with on while ADS so you won't get overwhelmed. The dead zone size affects the overall sensitivity of your gyroscope. A smaller value makes your gyro more sensitive and more responsive. Though I notice that sometimes it gets a bit laggy, especially when I'm recording, so I just set it to 100 to keep it smooth. Now for the camera sensitivity, the method is similar to what we did earlier, but this time while using gyro. For the no ADS steering, I set my sense around values where I can perform a backslide without swiping. This is very useful, especially during intense gunfights. Another method to determine if that's the right value is to track stationary and moving targets. The goal is to keep your crosshair in your target as much as possible. You can also do this while you are strafing, and while you're at it, try tracing the lines on the walls. Repeat this process to the rest of the scopes. We will use the same method in finding the gyroscope firing sensitivity. Aim your crosshair at the target and make sure that it follows the target as it begins to move. You can also strafe in the same or opposite direction while shooting as long as your crosshair sticks with your target. You can also trace the lines on the wall. If you can accurately trace the lines as you shoot, then it's the right value for you. You can repeat this method to the other scopes, the only difference is that you need to shoot while you ADS. Finding your own sensitivity is the first step. Mastering it comes next, and that takes time and consistency. But once you do, every fight becomes easier and winning becomes less of a struggle and more of a habit. Did you find any of these tips helpful? Comment down your thoughts and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.